Hey guys, welcome back to the Don't Sell Squad podcast, episode 42, my morning routine and how to design yours. This episode covers my effective morning routine after many iterations and how to design your own. In this episode, we're going to talk about morning routines because I am out of mine at the moment. That's why this is in my head, because I'm just back from a trip to Marbella and sleep routine is all over the place. And as you'll see, the nighttime routine leads into the morning routine. So yeah, this week, what day are we today? Thursday. Got back on Tuesday night, I think. Yeah, this week's just been a disaster in terms of my normal routine. But that's okay. Look, we all need the holidays. So I'll be back in my proper routine definitely by next Monday. But being out of the routine just showed me how important it is. Like, I still remember the times where I never had a morning routine. I've been that, like, I hate getting up. As we get into it, you'll see, I hate getting up. I hate it. And I really struggle to do it. But I'm up at 7 a.m. most mornings when I'm in my routine, 6 or 7. Yeah, so it's just, look, the effectiveness of a morning routine. If you don't have one, this episode is for you. Like, you just do the stuff I'm talking about in the episode, create your own routine. And even doing it for a couple of weeks, just compare that to when you have no routine. It's drastic and sets you up for the whole day. No matter what you look, from mobility, from physical freedom, all the way up to your career, to relationships, to everything in your life. With a morning routine in place, you'll be more effective in all areas. So I'm actually going to be going through the Lifestyle Design University. There's a section in there. Look, there's so much stuff in there about designing the life true to you. So I'm just skipping to the structure, standards, systems and fun under the self-development section, and there's a small bit there on the morning routine. So rather than preparing this episode, it's all done there. I've prepared all this when I was traveling in Asia in 2023. So on the morning routine, I started these off with a quote. It's a great quote. I didn't put down who it's from. I think it could be Dan Coe. If you don't establish a morning routine, one will be assigned to you. So even if you think you don't have a morning routine, you do. Everyone has a morning routine. It just may not be the one that you want. If you snooze your alarm 5 times, you get up, you're rushing to work, you're feeling shit, and you do that every day. That's your morning routine. Like, you may think you don't have one, but you do have one. So really what we're saying here is, I'm just going to help you get a better morning routine that sets you up for your day and gets you the results that you actually want. So that was a good way to frame it too, that look, we all actually have a morning routine. Everyone does, but it's probably just not the one that you want. There's a lot of stuff here. I won't be going through all of it. I'll just be picking out the most important points of it. So yeah, I'll go into my routine. So my actual morning routine, which I didn't do this morning, but I will be doing from next Monday as I get back into it, 7 a.m. wake time usually. And I aim to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep. So I'm usually in bed / asleep by 11 to 11:30, and that gives me kind of 7.5 to 8 hours sleep usually. But yeah, anywhere from kind of 7 to 9 is what I'm looking for. So when I get up at 7, all the other stuff will link in around it, but I'll just go through it quickly here. So when I get up at 7, my phone is on my desk, which is away from my bed. The alarm's going off. So I actually have to get out of my bed to turn off the alarm, which is the ultimate key, which I'll get into. So then when I snooze that, I go straight to the bathroom. And I usually need to go to the bathroom, or if I don't, I'll brush my teeth. Okay, so it's straight out of bed to turn off the alarm, or else it would wake other people in the house. And into the bathroom, brushing the teeth. And either before I go into the bathroom, I'll down some water. So I have water there in my flask, which is full. It's about 700 millilitres of water there. So I'll either start down in that like the minute I get up, or else I'll go to the bathroom if I'm bursting, maybe brush the teeth, and then come back. Okay, so basically within the first 5 minutes, I'm up. I'm trying to drink about 500 mils of water, and I'm brushing my teeth. After that, then I'll shower. Okay, so what are we at then? We're probably at, we're coming 7:15, 20. Look, even just say up to 7:30 if all that's happening. Then when I get downstairs, I will put on the kettle. Sometimes my days are a bit different, depends if I'm working here or if I'm going to a coffee shop. Things can be a little bit different, but generally put on the kettle for coffee or tea, and then I'll do my morning mobility in here in this room while the kettle's boiling. Okay, so that's a big factor too. People or clients in the Physical Freedom Program, I split their programs up into daily movements and then harder routines. This is the maintenance, this is the progression. So everyone is working on daily movements for their body, brushing the joints just like we brush our teeth. It's the lowest hanging fruit that anyone can latch onto, and it's going to be the most effective long term. All those 5 minutes add up. 5 minutes over a year is 30 hours, or is it 60 hours? I think it's 30 hours. Either way, it's just going to keep combining and get that ingrained as a part of your life, not something that you just do when you get injured. So that's pretty much bringing up then to like 7:45, and then I'll sit down with tea or coffee, sometimes do a bit of journaling, stuff is under here, or else I'll just look at the plan for the day, which if I haven't made it the night before, I'll make it that morning, and it's based off my weekly plan. So this is on the planners, which is a different section. I think I have a podcast on that, but you need to have some sort of plan. You know, if there's no goalpost to aim at, you're never going to score. So I have a quarterly plan, then I do weekly plans. I went away from the monthly plan. I used to go quarterly, monthly, then weekly, but now I just do a quarterly plan, and I do weekly reviews and plans, which are crucial, and that lets me map out what I need to do today. 3 crucial tasks that I need to do today, and obviously I'll have my training and other personal stuff in there too. So that's pretty much it. That's like 7:45. Might be doing a bit of journaling if I feel like I need to, or else I'll just be looking at the plan for the day and then getting started. That's it. So anywhere from like 7:45 up to 8 o'clock, I'll be starting the first business task. So like within 45 minutes to an hour, I'm starting work. And that'll be a work block. I usually work in different blocks. It could be 2-hour work block, could be 4, could be an hour and a half. Again, depends on what's happening that day. Is it client calls? Have I no client calls and I'm just making content and stuff and doing check-ins? Yeah, depends. But that's basically it. It's just 1 hour max. Okay, so yeah, the other points that down here, simple and effective. That's it. Like, I like the quote here. I don't know if I made it up or if I stole it. I don't waste half my day preparing for my day. And I think that's crucial too, because I've tried a lot of different morning routines. I remember in some mentor group, one of the coaches had like a 2-hour morning routine or 2.5 hours. Not for me. But I think it could have been Hormozy kind of coming out against all this, saying, look, just get up and start work. Like, anything in between you getting up and you doing the task you know you need to do is just fluff and procrastination, etc. So, look, like most things, the best quote or wisdom I ever heard around getting advice, which includes getting this advice from me, it's like a shoe. And you have to put on the shoe and think like, does this shoe fit, or is it just a mold of someone else's foot? Okay, take that lens for every piece of advice you get. So try it on. If it fits, cool, it's going to work for you. If you put it on, feels like the shoe isn't the right size, it's not for you. It might be something similar. You can just make some iterations, but it's obviously not going to work exactly for you to, taking that, copy and pasting that into your life. So for me, yeah, I do what's needed. And that's the main thing. Like when you're designing your own one, you need to see what boxes do you need to tick that lets you operate at your best. And for me, like down here in the Lifestyle Design University, hydrate. Well, we all need to hydrate. That's proven, so that's hence the water the minute I get up. So hydration, proactively looking after the only body I'll ever have, my vehicle for life. That's the daily mobility routine. Yeah, like I'm mad into gym, sport, as you obviously know if you follow me on Instagram. But even there, vehicle for life. Everything you want to do in your life, if you get chronic pain and injury, everything is affected. Your relationships, your career, the training, sports you want to do, everything. I learned that lesson the hard way at 25, having to give it all up, so that's crucial. So hydrate, I practically look after my vehicle for life. Then I caffeinate, have a coffee or tea, and then, as I said, journaling as well if I need to clear my head and set my focus for the day. So that's it. Nothing too complicated, but that's what gets me at the most effective. And the next section then, I just wanted to show you guys that I really struggled to get up all my life, unless I had a match in soccer or whatever, or someone was waking me. And I'll tell you the story I had in the membership. Like, it started off with just, I used to sleep in all the time. I love sleep. I could sleep for Ireland. Like, yeah, I could sleep through most things. Sleep was never an issue for me, which is great. I'd hate to have insomnia, that's the other side of it. But because I'm such a good sleeper, it's very hard to get up. Like, and I went so long looking for the hack, looking for the fix, looking for the routine, looking for whatever it was that would make me want to get up in the morning. Until trying so many things, I eventually realised I never will. I hate it. So, like, it was just a crucial flip to understand that, oh, okay, just the type of person I am. Like, I'm not a morning person at all, and I just never will be. So it's irrelevant. Like, just forget about it. You just need to find the routine that gets you out of the bed, and that links into the phone being away from the bed. So yeah, I'll even talk about that bit now. I think I had it a bit down further, but that's the crucial thing. Like, if you're like me and you're not a morning person and you hate getting out of bed, the thing that worked best for me was phone away from the bed. I've tried so many things. No matter what it is, I snooze the phone. Like, you know, I could be so pumped the night before. You could be watching all the videos you want. You're so pumped, going to do X, Y, Z tomorrow. That's not the state of mind you're in when you wake up. So no matter what, and I'm a disciplined person, that's the thing as well. I'm a disciplined person in general, and I can be very focused and do tough things when I don't want to do them. But in the morning, it just never happened. I'm at my, I don't know what the word is, most vulnerable when I'm sleepy. I just don't want to do anything. So no matter how pumped or focused I was, every morning when the phone is beside me, I'll just snooze it. And that's it. There's no two ways about it. That's just what happened. And that was cemented in my head even more when I was traveling in Asia, because I didn't have a morning routine till I was about 23, till I got into self-development and wanted to sort my life out. So from kind of like 23 up to 30, 31, I'd been fairly consistent with it. Obviously days off, if of nights out, whatever. But when I was in Asia, I was in Japan, and the room was so small, it was a tiny room, that there was nowhere to put the phone. There was no, like, I could nearly grab everything, so the phone was beside me. And what happened? I didn't get up at 7, I got up at like 9 o'clock because I snoozed it and couldn't even remember snoozing it. So it just ingrained to me. The line I had for myself was, don't trust your waking self. That's how I put it. Don't trust your waking self. So if you're like me, don't trust him. Kind of like maybe your drunk self. You know, you don't really trust that person either. So that was just so ingrained there. I can't trust my waking self. He'll always make the wrong decision. And yeah, that was just so funny, because I honestly thought, oh, I've done this, 7 years or whatever. It's ingrained. No. If the phone is in arm's reach, it's getting snoozed. Yes, that's a crucial part. It's just, if that's you, put the phone away. Put the phone on a desk where you have to actually get out of the bed to turn it off. And then the minute you do it, you go to the bathroom or you go downstairs. You get out of the room. You can't stay there. Don't even sit on the bed. Don't plug it in. Don't do anything. Go from there straight out of the room. So that's what works for me. Like, even if I stay in the room, you're going to go back to bed. So when I go into the bathroom, go to the bathroom, brush the teeth or whatever, I used to throw water on my face, but now because I actually shower, I have a cold shower. Not that you have to, but that's what wakes me up. And then once I'm through all of that, the drinking the water, brushing the teeth, the cold water, through the sink, through the shower, I can make good decisions. I'm over that overwhelmingly tired feeling where I would just snooze or not do what I want to do. Yeah, so that story in Japan really hammered that home. And there was one other funny story from here in Dublin. This was probably when I was 23, 24, and I was trying to start my morning routines. And yeah, I remember I'd watched some hack and it was like, oh, if you don't want to get up in the morning, it's because your brain isn't looking forward to the task that you want to do. So like, you just need to do something fun for the first 5 or 10 minutes and then you can switch to the harder task. And back then, look, I was just trying anything. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get up and I'm going to watch The Sopranos, because I was watching The Sopranos at the time. And sorry, I should have given a small bit of context. That was when I was in my last 9-to-5 job. I was working in Facebook on the recruitment team. But I wanted to be a coach. I wanted to help others regain their physical freedom because I had just come through that path. So I was studying before work and then doing some Instagram stuff in work or after work. So I was juggling the two. That's what has to be done. And I wanted to get up at 7 o'clock so I could study for like an hour on the mobility stuff that I was learning and then head off to the 9-to-5. So I set the alarm for 7, and then I get up to come in here and watch The Sopranos for half an hour or 20 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever, and then start studying. And of course, what happened? Woke up at 8:30 or 9 o'clock on the couch with The Sopranos on and a sore neck. And then I had to just get dressed and go to work. So that was an absolute disaster. Yeah, so look, don't do any of that stuff anymore. Yeah. I've already covered what I do. Phone away from the bed, all the stuff I need to do to get me in a good mood, and then it's straight into work. And you feel better, tackling the task that you don't want to do first. I've tried different ways, putting it at the end and all this. Put it first. You feel so much better. Like, there's not many better feelings than being up early, pushing through that because you want to go back to bed, doing the tough work that you know you need to do for 2-4 hours, and then could be 10, 11, 12 o'clock, you're eating your first meal. Great feeling. Like, there's not too many better feelings. Even when I was traveling in Asia, those were amazing days. I get up, do 4 hours work in a coffee shop, maybe eat or else go train and then eat. Like, what a day already. It could only been maybe 2 o'clock. 4 hours of good solid work done that's meaningful to me. I've had a good training session in. Now I'm eating some great food. And now I can do whatever I want for the rest of the day. Like, yeah. Up there, top 5 feelings. Give it a try. What else are we down here? Don't trust your waking self. Went through that. The last thing then, nighttime routine. We will go through a bit of that because you can't escape it. The best morning routine starts the night before. That's actually what I had there. Great morning routine starts the night before. So here was a few things that I used to do, like stay up late watching nonsense on your phone in bed. Then you're a bit stressed, you can't wind down. You turn off the light and your head's just buzzing with so many different things. You're not going to be able to get a good sleep, or else you'd be lying in bed for half an hour. So I don't use the phone in bed at all. It's not just for the morning. I don't use the phone in bed. Like, your brain will associate certain places with certain things. The bed, for sleeping and sex. Easiest way to put it. Like, I don't do anything else in my bed. And that's, it might sound a bit silly, but it really helps separate it, and it really helped with my sleep. Like, I'm never like lying around on my bed, like on my laptop, or just like lying on my bed reading a book or anything like that. I don't, again, as I said, sleep, sex, that's what the bed is for. It's not for anything else. And it really helps you separate it. So when I do go to bed and get into bed and my phone and stuff is away, my brain knows, like, it's time to go to sleep. Like, what, I don't do anything else here. So someone put that up before, and I tried it, and like it really did help. It's just like, it's the same for work. Like, if you work from home like me, I have certain places where I do work and certain places where I chill. I'm at the desk now. Look, when I bought the office chair, etc., my brain knows when I get out the office chair, when I get out the second screen, the keyboard, the mouse, I'm going to work. What else am I going to do when I take out all these things? Whereas if I was sitting over there on the couch, which I do sometimes later on in the day on the laptop, it's more chill. Okay, so that's another thing, is just your brain will associate certain places with certain things. Like, for example, what do you do when you go to the gym? You're going to train, so you can use that as well as, like, I don't use the phone in the bed at all. And that's the big thing I see for most people, is because I did it too. You're just flicking on in bed. Like, either when you wake up you're flicking, or when you go to bed you're flicking, and head is mush. Try and get away from that. So then, so what do I do instead? What do I do instead? And I will say, I'm good with the morning routine. I'm not very good with the nighttime routine. I don't have it as locked in. But when I do it, I definitely notice the difference. So winding down appropriately. It should be, like I said, the morning routine was kind of 30 to 45 minutes. The nighttime routine should be at least 10 to 15 minutes. Obviously, it'd be better if you had like half an hour. I didn't really stick to it. So kind of 10 to 15 minutes. If I want to be asleep around 11, I know 10:45, 10:35, whatever. Let's say 10:45. I shouldn't be sitting here, watching something on my laptop. It's time to get up. And what I do then is, if I haven't done a little review, or not review, a little kind of recap of the day and planned out tomorrow, I'll do that, or else I'll do it in the morning. And a good thing as well, if you do struggle with anxiety and different things like that, write down your problems or any issues, and it helps to leave it for future you tomorrow. It helps to just put it out of your head for now. You can pick it up tomorrow. Then I'll just go up, brush the teeth, do all that kind of stuff. And I try to read at least one page in bed. So reading does help me to calm down and be more relaxed. And obviously it's not a screen. So try to read some sort of book. Not something that I'm trying to learn. That's the crucial thing. If it's a book, like a psychology book on the body, whatever, like, that'll kind of wake me up because I'm interested in trying to learn. So I'll just read like some sort of history or whatever. biography, that's the word I was looking for. I might just read like biographies or some history book or whatever, and just kind of like stories and stuff I'm not trying to memorize and learn, and that helps me to actually go to sleep. So I just try and think of reading one page. You know, that's from Atomic Habits. I'm not going to say, I have to read for 15 minutes. Just read one page. And then, as you'll find, I'll usually end up reading 2, 3, 4 pages, and I'll start to even get a bit sleepy then. And then when I do go to sleep, you're not lying in bed with your head wired because you were just flicking through Instagram there 2 seconds ago. You haven't been on the phone for hopefully, at least half hour. So I think that might be enough. Have I covered everything there? Yeah, I just had a few analogies here. Like, you turn the ignition off on your car when you leave it parked outside for the night. Do the same for your brain. Like, if you're on the phone right up until the second where you press the button, you put it down, you're trying to sleep. Like, you're not in the optimal state at all to go to sleep. You should have been off the phone, 30 to 60 minutes if possible beforehand. Otherwise, it's very tough. And like, I've been there too. I'm not, as I said, I'm a good sleeper in general, but it's also because I do a lot of these things. Like, I still remember what it's like to be on the phone all the way up until, right before you sleep. Then your head is wired and you're awake for 30 minutes, 60 minutes, for even more. And then you get up in the morning, you're straight on the phone and you're stressed again straight away. It's just, try the stuff I'm telling you. And again, does the shoe fit? Like, make up your own mind and you'll find, Jesus Christ, so much better ways to live, and that all starts with the morning routine. Cool, I think that's enough, so we'll leave it there. So on the 3 ways I can help you then with the Physical Freedom Program, that's my one-to-one coaching program on how to overcome chronic pain and injury and reach your athletic potential. So I've worked with hundreds of clients across 37 different sports and activities over 3 separate continents, covering injuries to all joints in the human body. So if that's you, if you want to join those not settling for the movement limitations, DM me on Instagram, or else send me an email at guidedandsettle@gmail.com. So we had someone actually sign up yesterday. He hasn't actually filled out the form yet, so I don't know if I can use his name and stuff or not, so I won't. But yeah, someone signed up yesterday, tried the healthcare stuff for a good while again, recurrent injuries going on for years, holding him back in soccer. Like, if that's you, pretty much all clients, they're people who've tried the healthcare route or tried other routes for years. They know it's not working, but they're still doing it. They're looking around for something better. This is what it is, Physical Freedom Program, okay? So for you guys, I'm telling you, give it a go. You will see the difference. Just like the morning routine, once you try it for like a month, start the education, start the coach, and you start to actually learn along the way, you'll be like, oh my God, yeah, why did I wait so long for this? Second one then, we have the Mental Freedom course. That's my self-awareness course that teaches you how to stop looping and suffering and gives you practical tools to skillfully navigate your own mind. Lifestyle Design University then, from just €49, you can have the blueprint to design the life true to yourself. Now you'll avoid the biggest regret of humanity in the process, not living a life true to myself, living the life others expected of me. And the stuff we went through today, that's actually all in there and more, just in a small section of it. The thing is massive. So for the follow contact then, we've got the website. All the information for the programs is up there and more. Documentaries up there. Again, if you're coming across this for the first time, don't know who I am, what all the Guided and Settle is about, you'll see it up there. And for contact then, like I was saying, email me at guidedandsettle@gmail.com or send me a DM on Instagram. So that's it. So don't settle, live true to yourself, and we'll talk to you next week.